Hello. Welcome back to Systematic's Symphony of Species. In this video, we are going to talk about another species concept called Ecological Species Concept, ESC. The Ecological Species Concept, ESC, has its roots in the early 20th century but gained prominence in the mid-20th century as ecologists and evolutionary biologists recognized the importance of an organism's role in its environment. It represents a departure from strictly morphological or reproductive criteria toward an emphasis on an organism's ecological niche. The concept does not have a single specific proponent, as it has evolved over time and has been shaped by the work of multiple ecologists and evolutionary biologists. However, the concept gained prominence in the mid-20th century as researchers recognized the importance of considering the ecological roles and interactions of organisms in defining species. One of the early proponents of an ecological perspective on species was the ecologist, Charles Elton. In his influential book, Animal Ecology, published in 1927, Elton emphasized the ecological niche as a key concept in understanding the distribution and abundance of species. The development of the concept was further influenced by the rise of ecology as a distinct scientific discipline and the work of ecologists such as G. Evelyn Hutchinson, who emphasized the ecological niche as a fundamental concept. Hutchinson's research in the mid-20th century contributed to the idea that species are not only defined by morphological or genetic characteristics but also by their ecological roles within ecosystems. While there may not be a single individual credited with proposing the ecological species concept in a formal sense, the concept emerged as a result of the collective contributions of ecologists and evolutionary biologists who recognized the importance of ecological interactions in shaping the characteristics and boundaries of species. The philosophy behind the ecological species concept centers on the idea that a species is defined by its ecological niche, its role and interactions within a specific environment. It recognizes that the relationship between an organism and its environment is a key factor in shaping its characteristics and evolutionary trajectory. The core idea of the ecological species concept is that a species is a group of organisms exploiting a single niche. This concept places importance on the unique ecological adaptations that define a species. It suggests that individuals belonging to the same species share not only morphological and genetic traits but also similar ecological requirements and roles within an ecosystem.
Examples of the concept: anolis lizards. Anolis lizards in the Caribbean islands provide an example of the ecological species concept. Different species of anolis lizards often occupy distinct microhabitats within the same island, exhibiting specific adaptations to their ecological niches, such as variations in limb length and body size. Darwin's finches. The finches on the Galapagos Islands, studied by Charles Darwin, are often cited in the context of the ESC. Different species of finches have evolved distinct beak shapes and sizes, allowing them to exploit different food sources within their environments.
Emphasis on function. The ESC focuses on the functional role of a species within its environment, providing insights into its adaptations and ecological interactions. Applicability to diverse taxa. This concept is applicable to a wide range of organisms, animals, and microorganisms, making it versatile in ecological and evolutionary studies.
Overlap and variability. Ecological niches can vary and overlap, making it challenging to clearly define species boundaries based solely on ecological criteria.
Limited application in asexual organisms. The ESC may face limitations in the case of asexual organisms or those with limited dispersal capabilities where gene flow may not be a reliable indicator of species status.
Subjectivity. Defining ecological niches and roles within an ecosystem can be subjective, and different researchers may interpret ecological data differently.
The ecological species concept provides a valuable perspective by emphasizing the functional and ecological aspects of species. It is particularly relevant in understanding how organisms interact with their environments and adapt to specific ecological niches. However, like other species concepts, it is often used in conjunction with additional criteria to form a more comprehensive understanding of biodiversity and evolutionary relationships.